Hey everyone, welcome to Cast Iron Cookware, where you can find information to help you better collect, restore, and use cast iron cookware. Today we're going to be taking this number 10 3-notch lodge that I purchased at the flea market a few weeks ago for $12, which was awesome. We're going to do a quick prep to get this pan ready for service again, and we're going to be doing that coming right up. Okay, let's get started. This little pan here is a 3-notch lodge. We also have the SK and the Made in USA. We know this is probably made around the late 1960s, maybe even the early 70s. But it's a nice pan and it sits perfectly flat. I know a lot of people, including myself, have always just stripped every pan down to bare metal, no matter what the situation. But occasionally you run across a piece that doesn't look too bad, and you're not planning on using it as a display piece. You're going to use it as a user. And this one right here is not gunky. It's pretty good. It doesn't have any heavy caked on seasoning. Now, it's a little bit dirty on the inside. It just needs washing, and we're going to show you what to do with it. So we just want to get this pan ready for service again. Now, if you have pans that you have inherited from your parents or grandparents, and you don't want to strip down all that seasoning, but you want to clean it and get it ready for use, this is the method that you want to use. So let's get started. First of all, we're just going to give it a great thorough cleaning. So we're going to go to the kitchen sink and we're just going to scrub it really well. So let's go to the sink. I apologize for the camera angle and the lighting. We're just going to go ahead and get this pan wet. We're going to take our scrubby and just give it a good scrubbing to start with. Like I said, this pan is not really gunked. It is dirty. It looks like it has sat in a cabinet or a garage or somewhere for a little while. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and use a SOS pad. This is a generic version right here. Let's cut our water off while we give it a good scrubbing. Every now and then you need to give your cast iron a good thorough cleaning. Of course, I'm using this SOS pad. Now, if you're going to be using SOS pads on one of your good users, you will take away some of your seasoning. And that's kind of what we're doing here. We want to clean it up and get all the roughness down. And maybe take off just a little bit of this old seasoning. Okay. Now we're going to wipe it dry. Okay, we've got our pan wiped dry with a paper towel. And it looks pretty good. We can tell we took some of the seasoning off, but that's what we wanted because we just want to get it cleaned up where we can use it. We're not trying to go down to bare iron. So we're going to put it in the oven and let it sit until it's about 200 degrees. That way we can assure it is completely dry, plus it'll be warm for us to apply our seasoning oil. Okay, we have our pan out of the oven. It's been on 200 degrees and it's set in that temperature for about 10 or 15 minutes, so it is bone dry. So we're going to take a look at it here. And like I said, it is bone dry. And we're going to add our seasoning layer to this. Now I'm using a blend that I'm experimenting with, so I didn't show the application of the seasoning oil. But what I'm going to do is I've got the oil applied and I'm putting it on fairly liberally. We'll do the back as well. We're going to put it on really liberally. Now you can use a lint-free cloth. I have found that it's not really an issue, even with a paper towel. And we make sure we got our pan completely covered. Make sure that you use protection because the pan is hot. It is at 200 degrees, so almost hot enough to boil water. Now that we have applied a generous coat, we're going to go ahead and we'll use this paper towel right here and we'll ball it up inside this other. And we're going to go back and we're going to wipe off all of the excess. Be careful not to get burned. And this new seasoning that I'm using, it is really shiny. Hopefully I'll be sharing that with you soon. Now when seasoning a pan, I like to kind of use the Karate Kid phrase, wax on, wax off. You put the seasoning oil on liberally, and then you wipe it back off, and you try to wipe it off as if you were trying to get all of the oil off. Now there's still a microscopic thin layer of oil left on the pan, and that is what you want. So we're going to put this in the oven at 500 degrees for 1 hour, and we'll come back after it cools off and take a look at it. Okay, we got our pan out of the oven, and it's cooled down somewhat, and looks really, really nice. And I wouldn't be afraid to cook on it at all. Even though it was originally seasoned by another person, because we cleaned it really well, we scrubbed it with a SOS pad or a generic version of it, and we applied another layer of seasoning, and we also put it under heat for 500 degrees for over an hour. This will be safe to cook on. And it looks like it's going to have a great cooking surface. I can't wait to cook something in it. I'm thinking I need to make some biscuits. So I'm really excited about it. It looks good. It's not cruddy, even though it does have some older seasoning on it. It looks like it's been cooked in, and that's not a problem at all because it's going to get cooked in. And, you know, I think this is a quick and easy way to quick prep a piece of cast iron instead of going through the entire process of stripping it down to bare metal and starting all over again. Basically, we had a few minutes where we scrubbed it really well. We dried it in the oven after we towel dried it, put another layer of seasoning on it, and cooked it for an hour. And we're good to go, and this will be a great user from now on. So if you have a piece that has been handed down from your grandparents or someone in the family and you just want to do a quick prep, kind of get it ready for use again, that's all you got to do. And I just want to say I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, that way you won't miss out on new videos when they come out. You can also follow Cast Iron Cookware on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can sign up for the Cast Iron Cookware email list, and you'll receive emails every week or so from me. I will leave a link to all of these sites in the video description, and you can check them out. And I just want to say thank you again for watching Cast Iron Cookware. Hey everyone, before you go, I just want to share something with you. In the book of Romans chapter 8, verse 1 and 2, it says, "There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Christ Jesus, and walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For the law of the Spirit of life in Christ Jesus hath made me free from the law of sin and death." I just want to say, share the word and go out and be a blessing.